Hi. Yes, hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Murphy's Forum, brought to you by 2181. Who are we? 81 the Pantsless. Thank you all for joining. I appreciate you all. Today, we are going to be going over Champions of Olympia. I've just noticed recently that there has been mechanics that have been changed. And actually, I got two pretty good pros here that are not being able to chat at the moment, but Slasher and Shifu Crazy are both very, very good at this shit. And so they should be able to help me out too. But I noticed that there's been a lot of people that with the mechanics that have changed in the game have not really noticed. Um, all right, well, mine will be on a little bit. Anyway, so that the mechanics have changed and has made it a lot more fair. So what I've basically gotten out of this. Now, I'm not a whale, and but I've always wondered what it's like to actually be a whale. And what's pretty sweet about this event now, the way the mechanics are, you get that opportunity to be a whale. And I'm going to go over. I know some of this is going to be very boring for people, but I'd like to go over this in a little bit of a detail. And just so, for example, the people that have never done this before can get an understanding too. So, first of all, when we get into the rules, there are a few different maps here: Echo Canyon, Treasure Hill, Echo Canyon Night. I call this Hepatitis Hill. I don't know exactly how that's pronounced, but that's how what I call it. And then Hepatitis Valley, and I don't know. I know that's definitely not hepatitis, but I do not care. Echo Valley is basically the most plain Jane thing that they have here. You basically run around and you grab these flags. The more flags you grab, if you grab them more than the competitor, you win the event. Treasure Hill, pretty cool one. I like it a lot. There's four flags, and then there is a golden apple in the middle that you fight for. That you have to take to one of the flags that you have, and there's a lot of points in the apple. That's a pretty cool one. Echo Knight, that's a nice one too. Let me see if I can. Is it going to show it? Yeah. Okay, so there's four flags. And then in the middle, periodically, there is a fire thief that comes, and you attack that to get a massive amount of points. Hepatitis Hill. There is cool. There are escorts that pop out of this center thing here, and you basically get and try to keep uh, the escorts until they get to the flags. Let's see if it shows here. Oh, there's a lot of shit going on here. Yeah, here is where the escorts go to, the different options here. And then once they get there, you get a big amount of points if you still hold the escort under your team. And this one is ridiculous. Um, Basically, what happens is there's a bunch of flags here periodically throughout the event. They open up so you can attack them, or I guess obtain them, and then not all of them come up at once throughout the game. They pop up, and then you have to run around. It's a lot of running around in this one. You got to run around and basically grab the flags by sitting there and uh, obtaining them by basically just grabbing them. All right, so those are the maps that we have, and now and this is actually
Or
what what
you're cutting in and out, by the way.
really.
Yeah, it's
Like,
just on Discord. The recording should be fine.
oh, oh, that's fair. Is it better, meow? Let me see if I switch this.
Um,
Testing. One, two, three. Can you hear me?
yeah. Also, oh my God, those temperatures make me sick.
Why?
Those are extremely high.
Yeah. If
If you close, um, like one or two things that you have open right now,
I don't have that much open. What you mean, like this in the background?
you're cutting it out again. Like your,
Oh, this I could cut.
what about the? Do you need that open?
Not really.
Okay.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. Is it better?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, one of the big thing I was why I wanted to do get more interest in this because there is actually really good rewards with this. Now, the thing you can do basically by yourself, or if you want to do it with other people, that's fine. That's the unranked, which there are quests involved in this.
You're cutting in and out again. Um,
All right, I'll be right back. Is it better?
um, try putting the share screen back on. And we'll see what happens.
Is it okay?
Mm-hmm. We'll see what happens.
Okay. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so this is the most common one that everyone plays. I'm hoping because it's literally the easiest one. And then win or lose, you do get activity points. Obviously, the more if you win, you get more. If you lose, you get less. Okay, but you do get activity points no matter what you do. And then I mean, these aren't bad. I mean, come on, who doesn't want free gold heads? You know, I mean, it really doesn't take that long to get to 12 points. If you win, I think it takes 3 matches, and then if you lose, like even if you lose them all, I think it's 5 or 6. So it's really not that bad. Okay, and then there are quests. Nope, sorry, wrong one. There are challenges. Now this is actually part of the team event, and the team ranking is right here. There are 3 slots during the day that I said slots that you can play the team ranked, and then that's where these challenges come in. Now you only get these stars when your team wins, and that's where it's important that you have good teammates, and this is where I'm trying to build in 81 like a legit team, or two or three, or how much interest we ever get. So it's much easier for us, with continuity and stuff like that, to get these stars. So this is, I believe, I've only been playing this season so far for 3 weeks, and so that's not bad. I'm already halfway through. Um, but some of these rewards are pretty banging too. I mean, especially because I am not really a whale, so especially free to plays, like these rewards are no joke. This is like big deal shit for free to plays. I believe. I mean, who doesn't want more material chest? Because it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard as hell to get that shit.
Merp, you're not streaming anymore, by the way.
Why not? Yeah, I am. It
I don't know. You left Discord and came back
says I'm still recording. Oh,
on Discord.
my screen.
Yeah.
What is going on?
I don't know.
Okay, sorry again. This is
You're the best, Merp.
yeah. I'm trying. All right. My apologies again.
Yeah, you start cutting in and out as soon as you put that recording on or the screen share.
Can you hear me meow? Can you
Yes.
All right.
I just hope it stops cutting in and out.
Me too. All right, so you only need 3 wins. Thank you. I knew it was somewhere around there. And then the last amount of rewards there is the seasonal rewards, and this goes with basically how many wins you get overall. The more wins you get, the higher up the ranking you go, and then at the end of the season, that's when these rewards happen. And again, I've never been, I've never gotten that high, but 10,000 gems is pretty sweet. I definitely wouldn't complain about that. And from what I think I remember, I'm in priceless platinum right now, which still, those are pretty good rewards. And let's be honest, like we're at the off season, so we're all fucking bored, and we might as well find something to do that will get us more rewards. Okay. Now the big thing that has changed from people that haven't played in a while is if you go up here where it says Commander Settings, and you click on that, this will give you the option to basically, uh, you have a choice of any commander that you have open. That's going to be the important part. You have to have at least the commander open, and then you get to choose them. And they all, no matter what you have as far as what level or what skills you have open, you will be able to use them at full skill. So everything here you can choose from will be maxed. And then what's also cool is like this commander here, Arthur, I am using. And then you can click on here and you get to choose basically from all gear that is out there. You have the opportunity to pick from to put on your commander. Like literally, you are a whale in this game. Like everybody has the opportunity to be a whale, and it's kind of messed up how many people don't realize that. So there is actually a lot of people that are very easily smashed because they don't know that this is on. So they're playing with either what they think is their gear, which is really no gear, and then they're just getting completely smashed. So I want to kind of keep this a secret in 81 and not spread that around. You know what I mean? So we continue to have the advantage. But this is sweet. Like you, whatever you want. No, just go ham. And then what's also cool is the same thing goes for the armaments. You get to pick from the best of the best, and you go to town. And so, like I said, if you ever want to have the experience of being an absolute whale, here it is. You know, and because like I said, not everyone knows about this mechanic. We are at a complete advantage if everyone does know about it. And that's it. I mean, I don't know. That was the biggest thing I really wanted to go over. Now we can go over. I mean, here's presets. You know, there obviously is. You have a skill selection. You can pick infantry, cav, archer, and leadership. Um, there has been an argument that leadership is the best, and I'm sure some of the pros that are on here right now will agree. Um, I personally do like Kaz for the simple fact of, excuse me, I like being super, super fast. I think there's a big advantage to being able to get to the flags faster, and especially in the event with the golden apple. I especially think the extra speed is very helpful when it comes to transporting the apple to one of the flags. You don't need to do. I'm not saying this is the best. I'm saying this is what works for me the best. Okay, so but there is some key things as far as the skills that I would highly recommend, no matter what. And this is it: shock and awe, which is silence all enemy troops for 5 seconds. I believe it is in all of them. I don't remember. Yeah, it is in every single one. So no matter what you pick or whatever you choose that makes you happy, you can use shock and awe. But no matter what, I would definitely suggest that be the first one. Now there is debates on what's better next, but you can make your decisions there. And if you do choose cavalry, I really do like using the master of the battlefield, which for 30 seconds launches a basic attack. If you it gains an attack of conqueror's effect for 10 seconds, and it stacks. It seems to do a lot of wrecking shit. You know, there isn't much like running away fighting in this event. It's basically like you just sit there and pound the shit out of each other, and then whoever whoever has more power uh, is obviously the winner. And then the other one here, this is there's some that are passive. So basically, like you either need like this one here, you'd have to select it and pick the troop type to use it on. Where this one, when it says passive, it automatically works all the time. But that one there is for a march speed buff, where this one here is actually damage related. So that's why I picked that one. And then down here, this is the support skills, and there are three that are passive, and one that is you'd have to pick it. And but so this one here, you don't get slowed down by certain terrains. Hard push, uh, it would you charge to quickly attack an enemy's target. This one here, you just gain a lot of march speed, which is very nice. And then this one shortens the revival time, so if you die, it basically gets your troops out into the field much faster. And then this one here, you would have more range around as far as being able to see things around your troops at all time. That's the one I like, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that works for everyone. But that's just what I prefer. And then Now there has been a debate on which gear is the best. I've been messing around with this a lot. Now this one I don't think anyone's going to argue is the Horn of Fury. That seems to be the one uh, that anything that gets your rage pumping like as fast as possible definitely seems to be the way to go in this event. The idea is basically, you attack it. You are attacking them first with your skill damage, so they are at a disadvantage right away. Now there has been I've tried this back and forth. I tried it with the dagger, and I've also tried it with where the hell is the drum? There's the drum. I've also tried it with the drum, which it also grants more rage, and then it'll actually give rage to some of your allies. Um, it just seems like I do a lot more wrecking when I do it with the dagger than I do with the drum. So at the moment, I'm doing dagger. I'm not saying it's necessarily the best. I'm still fucking around a lot uh, with the gear and all that, but I do like that a lot. It was in To me, I like doing the sets just because you get all the extra shit. I'm not necessarily saying there is an argument where some are a little bit better, but to me that seems like a pretty tried and true thing to do. And then I don't know what else I really want to say unless we can want to go into the event a little bit, but I don't know how this is going to work. Olympus is more difficult. So many people pantsless and die so fast. It's not really. I mean, the problem is because people like everything is completely fair now. Like whales have no advantage over anyone right now. That because everything is fair. Like everyone can pick whatever the hell they want. So it shouldn't be more difficult. It should be more fair. The people that are getting wrecked are the ones that don't really know the new mechanics. Yeah, okay, well that's why. But as long as people are coming here and doing their equipment and shit, like you're basically a banger. So I mean, it's so much fun now. I mean, especially because like I don't know if I'm not going to say 50%, but there is a majority of people I have noticed like they just pick silly. It just doesn't make any sense. Because I like just yesterday I seen a guy using siege, and like, whoa, you clearly don't know about this. Why would you use siege in there? And there was someone I saw that was using an Ethel. I'm like, well, you don't know the new mechanics. So if we can get our people in 81 interested in this, uh, yeah, and you are right, crazy. I have seen a lot of people using Honda, but if we can get a lot of people interested in this, and a lot of people up to speed on how to properly gear your shit or gear your commanders, then we would have a clear advantage in this, and we would get a lot more rewards. I don't know, yeah, but the problem what I saw was he had Ethel and it was like Belly Prime or something like that. I was like, well, that's a little weird. Whale. So um, that's all. That's it. I mean, unless we want to go into the game, but I think once we start teaming up and stuff like that, because it all depends on like it's all about communication. It's all about knowing where someone needs to go, and someone else needs to go. As long as we all stay in our lanes. Um, but that needs to be worked out in the teams. You know what I mean? But that's the basic mechanics. I mean, this isn't like it really isn't. rocket science. It's just people need to be aware that it's there. So, do we have any questions or anything we want to talk about or anything you want me to show? Okay, we are clearly having a discussion about Honda. I don't think Honda's bad.
It also just depends your play style.
I just I really like speed. Like for me, it's like being able to get to flags faster. To me, seems like an advantage, especially on the last one where you're running around so much. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like this hepatitis valley is it's just insane how much you run around. So the faster you can be, to me, in my opinion, the better it is for you being able to score points. And then as far as what I use there, I mean we could debate that too if you really want to, but I really like. Where's my shit? There it is. I really like using Nevsky and Phillip, and then Huo and what's that dude's name again? Arthur, and then Joan and William. And I know it's really not a weird combo, and it does a I don't know it does a lot of cool shit. And I actually that's the one I actually am putting the echelon on, so it does more buffing, and then you'll get more rage out of that too. That's kind of why I like that one. Which map do you like and which do you dislike? Uh, the the one that I definitely do not like the most is that one right there. I don't, and it might halfway be because I don't understand how the point system goes. I know there's a point where you claim it, and then there's points above, and I'm assuming that's the points you're getting when you claim it, but I don't know how it goes when there's a back and forth on the flags being claimed because we're fighting and shit like that. And I think there's a lot less fighting on this one and more just running around, being annoying. I used to not like this, but I've this is coming around to me a lot. Hepatitis Hill. Um, I'm actually starting to really enjoy that one. Actually, the only one I really don't like is Hepatitis Valley. This one's okay. It's very simple. It's very plain. There's not much to it. You just go to the flags and try to claim as much as possible. This one's very cool. There's always a big battle in the middle for the apple, and this one's very cool too. I don't. The fire thief thing is very nice. And then Hepatitis Hill, with the caravans and all that shit, I think is a pretty cool one. There's a lot of action going on. These people do not know if the point difference is greater than 2.5, the thief will appear on the lower point team. Really? Is that real? I did not know that. Thank you for sharing. Oh, now I get it. I always wondered why it did that. Okay. All right. Let me explain. Let me show you what she is explaining. Thanks. That was really cool. All right. So what she's saying is typically Is this it? Yeah. Okay. So typically, the fire thief will pop out right in the middle of the map. Okay. And there were occasions where I noticed that the fire thief would either pop closer to one side safe zone than the other. And what she is saying is if you are losing, the team that is losing, they by a certain amount, what was it? By 2,500 points, they will give it to advantage of the team that is losing and move the fire thief closer to their safe zone so it's easier for them to attack. That's cool. All right, thanks for that. All right, and Shifu Crazy, I already have hepatitis, so we don't have to worry about that. Um, Anything else we want to talk about? I could try. I'm already having lag problems. That's why I'm afraid to do this. Forming teams. Do you play alone or form a team? I have done both. I have not been able to uh, like the idea of why I'm doing this forum is I want to be able to uh, get more people interested, so we can have more teams do it rather than doing it with randoms. Uh, just yesterday, I did a bunch of team fights, and that was really really cool. Um, and I would like to continue that because obviously the more and more people play together, the more and more people understand where we need to be and all that shit, and then it'll just work out better for everyone. And the reason why I don't love randoms is because I want all the rewards to stay in my kingdom. So obviously, more people to play, more rewards our kingdom's getting, and the better overall for everyone in the kingdom. That's just my opinion. So to answer the question, I do both, but I'd much rather do more teams than play alone. And then with the new mechanics, there should be no carrying. I mean, everyone is just there. Everything's fair. You pick you know the best of the best. Baba Gaboosh, Bacalao. Thanks, Slasher. I appreciate you. I, I almost forgot to say it. Okay. All right. Anything else? Mo, did this spark your interest at all? More? Is Mo even
I
here?
mean, as long as I'm not playing solo, probably.
Okay. Guan, good. I don't know. Maybe with the extra silence, I would. It probably wouldn't hurt. Yeah, that's probably. You're probably right, Shifu. That's probably a good one because it does seem like the silence is the way to go. That definitely makes a big difference compared to the other skills that are available. Are you muted? What does that mean? Okay, I'm fine playing against other. other teams. It's just one of the, at first, I have a feeling once we get to know, once we understand like where we need to be and all that shit together, uh, we'll eventually become really good. It's just something we got to work on, together, and you just got to communicate, and that's about it. Thankfully, like the when we did the team ones yesterday, I was able to put up a shitload of markers, and I was like, "Hey, we need to go here. We need to go here. We need to go here." And everyone did a great job, you know, uh, falling where they needed to be. And the fucked up part was, two of the people that played uh, didn't even have their gear set because they didn't know about the new mechanic. So we were still winning, even though two of the people playing did not have their gear on. Well, Ratatouille, I would really love if you would join a team with me. That'd be very cool. I would like that a lot. Yeah, but I believe in you, and you should believe in me. And I believe we can do it. And you want to know what else is really hard right now? That was pretty good. Well, okay, here. Half of these stars that I've gotten so far have been, at least half have been while playing with teams. So it's not like it's impossible. I'm not saying like I'm the I'm the best at this because I'm not. But I think playing with teams for me is a lot more fun, especially when people are getting on Discord and shit like that, and the communication is very easy, and it just flows, and then we can be very competitive, you know. But that's just how I feel about it. If you want to do it alone, that's fine. But is that really a thing too, slasher? It's they do bots uh, for pity because yeah, I got a bot yesterday um, on the ranked ones, and I thought that was crazy. I didn't think that was an actual thing. And for anyone who doesn't know, which I'm sure you all know, because I'm sure you all played, every once in a while they'll just have these stupid bots that you play against, and all they do is just keep running to the same spot over and over and over again, and they didn't, and it's like the weirdest shit ever. And all you do is just sit there and just keep attacking them so they don't take the flags. Like there's no competition at all, and oh, Biscuit doesn't play. Okay, so yeah, that is a real thing. I don't know why it happens. I don't know what they get out of it. I don't really know, but that is a real thing, and you'll definitely be able to tell, within a minute if they're bots or not. Okay, anything else? Why is someone messaging me randomly? Everyone's going to see this. You know that, right? All right. Well, I think I'm done. If no one has any questions, so I thank you all for joining. Um, what time's the next team thing? There's one going on. at what 2030. I mean, I don't know if anyone wants to play a an unranked one just to try it out. Like, I'll gladly do it. I'm gonna get off fucking the recording and all that says shit, so I'm not so slow. But whatever, I'll help anyone out. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Take care. Appreciate you all. I love you.